Hi there, welcome to the KSB's Book Review Christmas Special. It is the Christmas special because today is Christmas Eve, tomorrow is Christmas. I'm so excited to be celebrating the birth of Jesus, and I'm also going to be reviewing a Christmas book that I got on a book tour a few years back. Sometimes we know a lot of traditions, a lot of celebrations that happen during Christmas, but this book shows what happens, like the stories behind the traditions of Christmas. So the book I'll be reviewing with you today is The Stories Behind the Traditions of Christmas, written by Ace Collins. The author Ace Collins has written many books which have made bestsellers. This book talks about the traditions, the stories behind the traditions of Christmas. There are lots of traditions that we mentioned in this book, but I'm going to mention a few for the sake of the video. The first one is Advent. Advent is a Latin word that means the coming. This is the 4 week period after Thanksgiving that shows the coming and the preparation of the birth of Jesus. In our time, because it's celebrating another year of Jesus' birth, they talk about what the circumstances around him, what the reasons behind his birth, what the preparation for his birth. Those the 4 week period that is called Advent. And every week is also divided into its own category. Like there's a week of peace, there's a week of love, and so on. Then there's also angels. Angels are also one of the most important traditions in Christmas. The same way everybody talks about Santa, angels are also one of the ornaments that help to guide the birth of Jesus, because of the significance that they hold in the birth of Jesus, having to transfer, the news, having to share the news, bringing the wise men and all that. So they hold very high significance in the birth of Jesus Christ. Yeah, we also have baking of birthday cake on Jesus' birthday. This tradition was actually founded in Eastern Europe, and it is actually because most celebrations are also celebrated with the use of baking of cake, and also uses it. And baking of cake also brings families together as a form of reconciliation and a way to catch up. Having baking a cake and having your family members that you haven't seen all year. And no, that's another tradition that's told very big significance in celebrating the birth of Jesus. Then we have Santa Claus. Most pagans who don't really believe in Jesus think that Santa is the one who gives gifts during the year, and you have to stay good or something like that. But the caring, loving, and gift giving nature of Santa comes from the joy that comes from the birth of Jesus. Having to see Jesus born in a manger, the humility of his birth was what channels the love and what it inspires him to keep giving gifts at the end of the year. And then there's also Boxing Day. The Boxing Day is actually a very interesting story because it was back in the 1820s when the Roman soldiers used to have play a game of chance, and then they play a game of chance to win some certain prizes that were closed in boxes. And anybody, and the event was always held on the 26th of December. So the soldiers, so they'll gather people and they'll play a game of chance, and they'll keep on playing until they get the final winner that will take the box with the grand prize. So that is also the story of Boxing Day. There are actually a lot. They're like 30 traditions, but for this there are like 30 traditions. There's one of Xmas. There's Xmas, there's candy canes, there's caroling and stuff. There are gifts, there's holiday. There are lots mentioned in this book, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to explain a few so you can get right into the video, so it won't take too much of your time. And yeah, the moral for this book shows a lot of like it says, the title itself is self-explanatory. The stories, what happened behind those traditions, why are these traditions one of the significance of the birth of Jesus. And if you read the book, you eventually realize that, oh, there are a lot of things that happened in to be able to make this as a tradition. And like the stockings, it wasn't really stockings were like a symbol where Santa could just put gifts, but nowadays stockings are used as ornaments and with the name of family members labeled on them as a tribute to the priest, and also as a tribute. They made it ornaments for, like, because when Jesus was young, when Jesus was born, his feet were small. So like they made stockings something that a baby's feet could enter into, instead of being a wearable item. So like they just get the stories, those interesting stories, the reasons why, the reasons behind it, and the significance that they hold, because in relevance to the birth of Jesus Christ. The new words I learned from this book, there were lots of vocabularies used in this book, but the word I learned that stood out for me is halo. Halo is the white light that is on the head of angels. You know, you see the ornament of angels and that white ring that shines while they are blowing their trumpet. That white ring on their head is called a halo. My ratings for this book is a must read, especially this Christmas season. It is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is Christmas. I can't wait to wake up to Christmas morning to the smell of hot chocolate and stuff like that. But you know, this book is a must read because you get to know the stories behind the traditions. You know what really happened, what transpired that made this a that made this a tradition, and the relevance it has to the birth of Jesus Christ. uh the reading challenge, the year 2024 is coming to an end soon. Do not forget about the reading challenge. I hope you are still on the reading challenge. If you are in the library, you know you want to get a book, you're traveling and you want to get a book to read throughout the holidays, you can look out for this book, Stories Behind the Traditions of Christmas. I got this book on a book tour a few years back. We went to a library, we went to a book, it was a book launch, and then we also went to a library. I bought the book in the library and at the end of the event, and it was an amazing event, and it was just so beautiful. So if you're going on a book tour, you're in the library, you're going book shopping, you can look out for this book, Stories Behind the Traditions of Christmas. Like I was saying before, 2024 is coming to an end soon. This is the 24th of Christmas, and I think by this time next week we'll be looking 31st, the 31st, you know, Wednesday morning, New Year's 2025. But don't forget about the reading challenge. I will give you the number of books early January, and then we'll start a new slate in 2025. Hoping to see you there. If you Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, have a Merry Christmas. Don't forget don't forget, and also don't forget that readers are leaders who are way ahead of others. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Merry Christmas.